Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I am Ptah Shakur holding it down. And once again, I'm blessed to have this opportunity here on the most powerful hours, the hour of power. You may say it's 8 o'clock in the afternoon. This is a live TV call-in show. What is he talking about? Grand Rising. I'm saying Grand Rising because we're living in some freedom time, you all. We're living in a very, very exciting portion of time. You can pay attention to what's going on the news and what's going on in each and everybody's life. We're going through a really, really roller coaster of expressions, real cosmic energy coming through. But it's a beautiful day. If you're tuning in, this program is designed to educate, inspire, elevate, all positive, love-like conversation. We have no time for drama over here. And as you know, some of the subject matter is always based off of educating the masses of people to awaken us to really what's going on. And today we got a little bit of a change up on the show. We're going to be talking about the weaponization of music, and also we're going to go into some of more conscious creators that's out there. So better food for your mind. So before I get into that, I'm going to give everybody a chance to get their popcorn ready. I got Peace Eloheem King is on his way right now. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I share this particular program on my Facebook page. So we're going to hold off for a brief moment. Boom, there I go. And my apology for anyone who tuned in for the Ptah Shakur Speaks program on Monday. I had an emergency. I was unable to accomplish that idea. So we're going to give it about 30 seconds or so. Go ahead and share this to who needs to go out to. So, like I said, this is a live call-in show. You can call in. The number is going to be scrolling on the bottom of the line here. And we're going to be talking about conscious creators. We're going to have a list. I got my little handy-dandy visual aids here. Anybody that knows me, I love, I'm putting them in some work, y'all. Make sure we're giving out some quality free programming here on the community access television. However, I'm going to go briefly and just kind of share my little intro. Kind of shares everything that you kind of know about me. My name is Ptah Shakur. I am a role model, youth advocate. I am a catalyst for change, a Reiki teacher, entrepreneur, spiritual teacher, channel, and guide. I am an awakened master, and I have accomplished and acquired quite a bit of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding over the last 20, 30 years of my life, ever since I was youth. And so this is a time where I designate to share some of that. I previously, in my previous career, acted as a youth education director. However, now still a youth advocate. However, this particular forum is meant for all ages. Make sure you take notes. Warning, the information you hear may be, this is my little disclaimer, it may be challenging to hear, may come off blasphemous, may cause some triggering, may cause you to be elated. It all depends on whatever spectrum or level of reality everybody's living on right now. However, for me particularly, Ptah Shakur, I seek to shed light on the daily atrocities that are orchestrated by the elites of our society that seek control of you and I, and their end game is near. I intend to primarily promote love and light, education, motivation for all those seeking to understand the current cosmic energies that are now arriving. They're here, they're present in every facet of life, including animal life, including the cells in your body, including the weather. I am a dangerous man to those that are the elites that seek to control you and I with the suppression of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And as well, I am a dangerous man for all those who want to remain willfully ignorant and participate in their own energetic enslavement. To my 70, woohoo! We're up to 70, y'all. 70 subscribers there on my YouTube channel, Ptah Shakur Speaks on YouTube. I say to you all are eternal beings with forever being a fraction of eternity. You all are beautiful, love-like children of the Most High, Divine Grid Programmer. For all my youth, for all my hooded youth, I stand with you. If you haven't heard anyone share with you when you went to school this morning, or if you haven't heard it yet when you came home from school, I love every single last one of you all. I believe that anybody that's above the age of 30, you got a gift that you can impart onto the youth to help them in their growth and development. They are the most powerful souls that are incarnate now, and they need our guidance in order for us to actually take this planetary experience to a whole nother level. So they need our help, we need their help. To all my star seeds, all my wanderers, all my angelic souls, we are the new founding fathers of this reality. I'm asking every single last one of you all that can hear the sound of my voice to unite in love. Particularly, find the portion of unconditional love that resides inside yourself, because can nothing start without that unconditional love for self. And then I'm asking everyone to give a small portion to your reflections that are masking around in physical flesh, calling themselves your fellow human beings. I, Ptah Shakur, will never hurt myself. I would never kill myself. I would never do anything to be in a violent manner to anyone. I'm full of love and light. I got to say that little disclaimer there to keep the bullseyes off of me. I am a researcher, an educator, and a youth advocate, and I invite everybody to get tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the most powerful of all hours. This is the Hour of Power. And so, just finishing off, what's going on? Love you, God.
Brother. Love you too, brother.
Yeah, we're gonna have some fun today. So I'm finishing off my little intro here. I am a all-powerful protecting intelligence that's governing this here mind-body complex. I am invincible. I am the presence of divine harmony. I am the majestic power of pure love that transcends every human concept. I am limitless. I am the open door which no man can close. I am the mighty presence of source and action. In short, I'm your brother. In short, I'm you. I'm no different than you all. I've just been blessed to have knowledge, wisdom, understanding. So that's what this program is about, as well as the Ptah Shakur Speaks program that's on Monday as well. It's just sharing this light. When I say light, what do I mean? I don't mean I'm going to walk around with a flashlight and start shining in people's face.
Not the light off yourself or...
Like, what your light is up. I'm talking about light as far as with wisdom. You know how they always do it in the cartoon when you see like the little light bulb go over in somebody's head. Mm-hmm. So if anybody is in a dark place when you're in your mind and you're kind of battling back and forth, all you need is a little bit of light. All you need is a little bit of clarity to help. Oh, you can see, turn that light up a little bit and you realize, oh man, I was about to step into a trap door right there. Let me bypass that. Let me go around that. So anytime this program is on, anytime you see me in my face, I'm always about putting that knowledge out there for you. And then the second point is the love too. What's the whole point of having knowledge if you don't got the love? That's the most powerful frequency that exists, is that love. So like I said, I'm Ptah Shakur. That's my little bit of intro. I'm going to pass it on to my brother, Peace Eloheem. How you feeling today, God?
I'm feeling good, man. Peace, King.
Peace,
How you doing?
Doing well. Rocking and rolling, man.
It's another day out here in this world, man.
Absolutely.
Every day above ground, we winning.
For sure.
Man, ready to have a nice, good conversation. Need to have more of these civilian conversations, too.
For sure. And we invite you all that's listening right along with us. Go ahead and call in. Today we're going to be going into the weaponization of music, and then we're going into our most conscious, our favorite. Us here right here, we know our music, y'all. Just like we know our sports, which I'm looking pretty good on my picks. I don't know how you looking on your pick. Maybe
well, see, when Nick Chubb get hurt, man, I told you, that was ugly too.
Yeah, that was ugly.
Other than that, I told you, Cleveland.
Thank you for putting that on Facebook because I missed it.
Ooh, see, I put it in case you missed it.
Yeah. That was a real time.
I think they need to get rid of turf.
Yeah.
All levels, high school, college, pros. I think they did. Because we ain't never heard about no ACLs, MCLs, you know what I mean, any of them type of injuries until this turf came along. Mm-hmm. They said people don't want to pay the maintenance, keeping the grass good, or washing them uniforms.
What? All that money that's coming into the NFL right now, compared to like in the 80s and 90s and all that, they don't want to put money in it. Hey, that's crazy right there. But let me just real deeply, like I said, if anybody wants to go ahead and comment, go ahead and do so. I just wanted to anything that jumped in that jumped out to you as far as this week, as far as with the news or anything that
the news. Well,
anything's going on.
What's the show called? Meet the Press.
Yeah,
I see homegirl. What's her name? Kristen or whatever. She used to be on the Today Show, but you might catch her like doing like at the White House or something like that. Light skin shorty. But here she took over the show.
Okay.
All these years you started seeing my man doing it. I forget his name, but she took over the show, and she had a nice, real interesting interview with Donald Trump.
Oh, really?
Real interesting, and I like how she did the interview, and I like how she stuck to, like, Trump was trying to go around, you know what I mean, around the question, you know how he do, but she kept sticking to her guns.
Gotcha.
Like, you know what I mean, she was really on it, man, and that was like one of the, besides that injury, that was crazy, but that right there, like, that was a pretty interesting interview. And you just gotta watch Shorty. I just love how, like, she ain't take no ish from him. You know what I mean? Like, she know he was trying to curve it, go left. Nah, are you trying to go around and say this and say that? You know what I mean? Like, are you specifically? Man, no.
That's important to have truth in journalism, truth in the news.
Word.
You can't have. Because when politics, that's how it used to be with journalists back in the day. They didn't have no political stuff. They wanted to know the truth. They would sit there in your face and they catch you slipping, or they'll go ahead and just pass. Right. Knowledge is power, y'all. And because of the way that the news and things is set up, well, there's more stuff being not shared with us than what's being shared with us. So much so you gotta. I check out CNN. I check out Fox News as well.
I check it out, man. You know what's so funny?
Open your mind.
So what's so funny to me, fam, is people take more into their sports team instead of taking into what could affect us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Pay attention to more of that. Like, it's more, oh man, my 76ers are, my Cowboys are, you know what I mean? But it's a lot of stuff that going on right in front of our face, and some people are like, still like this. Too blind to see.
It's really time to wake up, people, because believe it or not, the elites that are running this country, they demanding, what's the word? They're expecting us to not pay attention to these things that's taking place. They're expecting us to just kind of like roll stuff under the dirt.
So it's like putting it in the book.
Yeah, that's the best way you can hide truth.
You know what I mean? How the truth is putting it in the book, because they knows us. They say us don't read. You know what I mean? But they got the wrong guy, because I read all the time.
Yeah, you a dangerous man if you got knowledge, because it was started by the people. Believe it or not, and it's going to return back to the people. Like I just got finished reading my little intro. We are the new founding fathers of this experience. Think about the founding fathers when they came over here. They set everything up from scratch. They said it was for the people, by the people. But somehow, some way, you fast forward time. Now we don't even understand our own power. We see stuff going on. We can sit here and complain. All I hear is people complaining. I don't see nobody doing nothing.
Some of us don't even realize that we do have power.
Yeah.
Or they have some certain power within themselves. You know, it's time, like you said, it's time to wake up, people.
I think I was brought into the understanding of things, just being black and understanding things like the Tuskegee
I just watched the movie. Just that what's the movie with the guy that was in trouble with fighting this girl or something? Devotion or something like that. It's like he was one of the first black like pilots or something. I forget the guy's name.
Oh, for real?
Brother. He's a brother. He's one of the big time actors. I forget his name. When I left home.
The title sound familiar. I don't know if I see it.
It's like a airplane, like Army. Like I think it's like the 1950s. Like I guess with North Korea and all that type of stuff was going on. Yeah, it's a good movie. Heavy hitter. Definitely a heavy hitter.
So feed your mind, and I gotta give shout out and thanks, because this program, like I said, this is the Hour of Power. This is a community program. We had a program last week, really, really popular. I'm still hearing information about. We had Roger Meyer was on from Splat Drip.
Oh, I gotta show y'all the picture. I got it.
People been asking about it. People wanting to get that picture. You better watch your back.
My black, you know what? The kids, I messed up the black light. So now I gotta go out there with you and get another black light. You gotta really see it.
Shoot, bring that.
Really dope.
So I brought that up because we plan on having him come back on, because he's a very accomplished beekeeper. You know what I mean? Just that type of information, when it hits my ears, I'm like, beekeeper. I lead with my enthusiasm, y'all. If I don't understand something, if I don't know something, I want to learn, and I want to encourage everybody that's out here. Listen, this is the program. You're going to learn something every day by being on this particular program. And so even with that, having different businesses come on, I'll be reaching out for youth. I say again, this is some little housekeeping before we kind of get involved in everything. It's 8:16. If you have a youth and you would like to make sure that they're celebrated and anything that's coming up, maybe they get valedictorian, maybe they going to college, maybe they got their PhD and MDA. You got some young people, 14, 15 years old, getting these different type of college certificates and all that. We need to hear that. We need to hear how our youth is wonderful and actually they're doing positive things. Because they are, but all we see is shootings and guns and hoods and everything, it's really going to turn, and I've already seen it, it's turning a bunch of us older ones off. I ain't old, but it's turning older ones off. And that disconnection between the elders and our youth, we got to stop getting, we need to unite in that. And one of the ways to do that is to hear the good, positive stories for the youth. And go ahead and teach some information. I know everybody got a child down the street. Go ahead, don't be scared of them kids. Come out on your porch and say something to them. They
have
recognize
conversations with them.
Have conversations with them.
I can feel like they should be here. It seems like nowadays they just want to be on the T-shirt. On a nice gilded T-shirt, seems like this youth wants to be a part of.
Right. But we're going to go ahead and just go into the idea. I got my little, let me hold this up right here. And I put it on the Facebook as well. You pick only 3, and I'm going to, I ain't know if Billy was going to come. So I'm going to put you to the test. I got my interviewer hat on. So, boom. And I'm
shout out to Uncle Billy, Grand Falloons. What? Tom B.
All right, let me get this right. So you can only pick 3. Only pick 3.
Oh, that's easy.
Who's your favorite conscious rapper? Who's your favorite rapper, period? We're going to do it on that. I'm going to get something and set this thing up. So we got Tupac.
3?
You got to pick 3. I'm making it hard. We can't make stuff easy out here. We got Tupac, which I believe is our day's prophet.
That's my Black Jesus.
Black Jesus.
Nas wrote the Bible. Pac is like Black Jesus. So you already see who my 2 is right there.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so then I got to go with 3 stacks.
Okay, hold on. I'm going to open this up.
This down real quick.
Pick only 3. So we're going to do a process of elimination. I got my little marker right here. So I'm going to read them off in case you can't see. We got Tupac. We got J. Cole.
Got the teacher.
Got Nas. Most Definite.
Kendrick.
K-Dot. KRS-One. Andre 3000. Or I put it out there as other.
Remember, this is conscious rap too, for everybody. Ladies and gentlemen.
We're going to get around to other forms of music and rap and things of that nature. That's the whole purpose of this program. We're going to teach, but we're going to keep things lively as well. We're going to be having a ball up in here. But I'm going to go ahead and put this down real quick. I got something I want to read real quick. So like I said, we got the housekeeping stuff out of the way. So the main thing is to understand is about music. And I'm constantly feeling my brain. Let me finish this particular thought. So shout out to Sharif. Like I said, Sharif Ahmed is the one who started this particular program there, the Hour of Power, a chance where the community can come out and impart really profound information. In the past, they've had genealogy individuals on. We had a dude on there from a Sony Walk telling about some wellness and the importance of drinking that water as soon as you wake up, even talking to your water and putting that positive frequency. Just a myriad of individuals. I know the boy Humble Strong, who's doing wonderful stuff. Shout out to him. Got out of prison, he's changing his life around. So just positive stories in the community. So if you know of a positive story that needs to be put out on the air, please go ahead and hit up Sharif Ahmed.
Yes. Let's give them their flowers while they're here.
Yeah, we want to give them a flower. Like we see all the tumultuous stuff going on. You don't know how long we're gonna be here, y'all. So just real quick, I just want to put this on everybody's mind because I gotta teach this knowledge right here. Like we talk about the Nazi Germany. I'm gonna take y'all all back. I wasn't alive at the time. However, there was a gentleman. Nah, I ain't gonna say gentleman. There was a man named Hitler. that actually took over, and he went into the Jewish areas, and we know about the Holocaust. The question is, like, how did they was able to get millions and millions of individuals and get them to go into them internment camp, get them to walk into them ovens and getting into that? There's two things. One of the deepest things, and I've been sharing this one for years, is fluoride. In case y'all don't know.
Or they used to give us fluoride pills back in school.
I'm gonna get to that in a second. This is the conversations that I have. This is the conversation people come up to me, and that's what gives me ideas for certain shows. For instance, there's a German scientist by the name of I.G. Farben. I.G. Farben devised a way, and when they took those Jewish individuals and had them in the concentration camps, what they did was the water that they was given to the Jewish individuals was heavily doused with fluoride. And what fluoride does, go ahead and Google this. Like I said, when you watch this show, you better make sure you have a pen and paper nearby. Write this down, I.G. Farben, double check me. Anything that's coming out of our mouths right now, we love you to go ahead and reprove and check it. And possibly call in if you got some questions too. But
do your research.
You better use this, because if you're not, somebody else gonna use it for you. But they put high concentrations of fluoride in the water, and what does that do? You drink the fluoride in the water, it makes you subservient.
Mm-hmm. So
then fast forward. Thank you what you was sharing. When we was in school, we had to stand up. At the beginning, I think at the beginning of the morning.
Yep, every morning.
They came and put that little pill.
That little white pill.
If you feel me, if you understand what's going on and you can understand what we talking about, go ahead and comment on there, call in. Tell us about your experience. Maybe it just happened in York City School District. I don't know if this really went out to other cities and other schools, but we had to stand up. You tell the story.
Had to stand up. First, we had to do the Pledge of Allegiance and all that stuff.
I don't know if they still do that in school.
I don't think so. Then we had a teacher come by. Right, she used to put it in the
little paper cup?
The paper cup on the lid of the pills. Mm-hmm. Came around. You had to sit there and take the pill. Mm-hmm. You had to chew it. Mm-hmm. Remember, then they look under your tongue.
You had to stick your tongue out, y'all. All y'all young people don't know nothing about this.
And I don't even really think they even let us get a little sip of water or anything either.
I don't think so.
I don't recall that. Yes.
And what I used to do, I used to act like I put mine in there, and then we used to throw it in the. I used to throw mine in the trash can. It's back when you had the
big
metal circle one, the green on the outside, black in the middle. That's all you hear is bling, bling, bling. Everybody throwing their little pills in. I was conscious back in the day. I was just like, nah. I ain't even had to have nobody tell me that.
I remember back in the day they used to say that that does something to your teeth.
True.
It's like, well, then they making us take it like it was for. You know what I mean? How they manipulate, how they flim-flammed us.
Now, everybody who's listening at home does, I didn't. Ptah Shakur said some black. He ain't. I'm big. Cancel. Don't cancel. Don't cancel us. This is actual facts. But we used to take the pill, and the idea was shared is that the fluoride helps you with your teeth.
Yes.
I'm not disproving that, but I'm saying that there's another cause to fluoride beyond just that. And to me, getting fluoride in your body and slowly starting to zap you of your internal strength and motivation and desire, that's more important than teeth. And, so nowadays, fast forward, we all adults right now. If you got ability to buy your own stuff, I recommend you go buy your own fluoride-free toothpaste. I've been rocking fluoride-free toothpaste so as long as my children have been alive. You don't want all that fluoride into your system. Once again, that is something that was used in a concentration camp. What's something else that was used in a concentration camp? Was the music. There was a Nazi minister named Joseph Goebbels. Goebbels. Joseph Goebbels. I might be saying that wrong. I don't know how to speak German. However, this individual, what he did, he came up with a system while they was in the concentration camps of playing a certain music, and it causes the people that was in there to be of a lower frequency. He's the first one that started the 440 megahertz in the music. So, just if anybody doesn't understand what that means, in 1935, well, before 1935, all music was set at a certain frequency scale, which is the 432 megahertz. 432 hertz, excuse me, not megahertz. 432 hertz. What does that mean? that means that particular frequency, that was the baseline that all music kind of grafted off of. In 1935, Rockefeller, and anybody on my conspiracy individuals that's on my YouTube page or that's a little bit halfway woke, you know what that name Rockefeller means. It's behind a lot of this deviousness that's going on.
They said that's what shut Hillary Clinton down. When she was running, she had that conversation with the dude for Rockefeller, and he told her a little too much. Then after that, you don't hear too much about Hillary no more.
We don't got a guest on here today, so we're gonna go in.
Yes.
And like I said, that disclaimer, we would never hurt ourselves. We would never kill ourselves. We would never come against ourselves. We are all loving individuals. But I gotta
harm anybody.
Or harm anybody. But the truth gotta be known. So these individuals, and I hear young people, the youth want to know this information. I'm official TikTok checker, so you see all these different type of whistleblowing things and all this information coming out about the government and all that. Check it with me, cause I've been in this game for a while. So just real quick, when you speak, people talk about the Illuminati. They talk about the particular group that is behind shadow government. There is a shadow government.
And all that stuff.
The shadow government does exist. There's whistleblowers coming out and they sharing it as well. As the
gatekeepers and all of them, they all getting exposed.
All that stuff is coming out. That's the only reason I feel so free to sharing it, because other people were coming out and sharing it as well. The world that we live in.
On YouTube and stuff. Man.
Yeah.
So it's out there.
It said that my people lose their life for the lack of knowledge after it was sent to them. If you got an internet and you got a phone, there is no reason why to be ignorant at this particular stage.
What Reza said, the world in the palm of your hand.
Yeah, air shores, 33 useful land. Oh, you getting into some lyrics. But anyways, just getting on that idea that the Rockefeller Foundation adopted to change the music to 440 hertz off of the 432 megahertz. So you might be saying at home, it's 8 hertz different. What does that mean? That means a tremendous amount of difference. The music that you're hearing on the radio is not designed naturally for your body. And if you listen to any type of hip hop or rap, in which we're going to be making that segue into in a little bit, you notice if you're over the age of 40 or so, you know how hip hop kind of started. Hip hop started with, like, in New York. It was fun. I think
we're back in 1973.
That's why I wanted Billy here. He's a historian.
Yeah, yes, he is. And I did reach out to him. He didn't pick up.
Oh, that's cool. We're gonna keep this conversation.
Because we were just watching Fight the Power, that docu-series that's on PBS, and it's the hip hop, man. How it grew from this to that, like it was our voice.
Right. So what was this? Where it started, it was an expression of the inner city. You know, it's an opportunity to let people know, you know, the plights that they came from, and it acted as motivation. You see little kids from the hood, you know, and like, man, I seen that dude, and now he's doing this, and it made millionaires. There's a lot of millionaires that came out of the hood because of that, you know, that hip hop music. So then you look into, like, let's go around the 90s. I remember Naughty by Nature. I remember Queen. Well, let's go. Like, I remember Queen Latifah.
Queen Latifah, MC Light.
UNITY.
Yo-Yo. We could take it out the West Coast too. Yo-Yo.
Public Enemy.
Ice-T. You know, Ice Cube. Of course, NWA. You know
that's where it started to switch a little bit.
See, but you know that it wasn't really gangster rap though.
Right.
So you gotta think. Remember when Ice Cube said, "From the gang called Brothers with Attitude." From the gang. So then the media, the people, the press turned it to gangster rap.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it really wasn't nothing never really gangster. You watch the little Drink Champs, Noriega. Maybe we get on that level with like Nori, you know, we gonna get DJ.
We're gonna have Nori on the show.
You know, you watch this show and Ice-T breaks it down like how that gangster rap, you know, with Dan Quayle and Miss Dolores Tucker and all them. Remember, and Calvin, what was his name? Reverend Calvin Butts or something like that. When they broke all the CDs and stuff. Yeah,
I remember that. My mom used to buy my music for me. If I brought home something that I hold it to her and it had that label on it.
Oh, that's how you got cover that thing up with your thumb. Cover it up with your thumb. Look, man, look. You know. Man, first cassette tape that I ever had was Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew.
Whoa, you didn't beat me on that one.
Yeah, and then it was like from Poor Righteous Teachers and X Clan, and you know what I mean. That's all I used to listen to. KRS.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite songs. Are you a philosopher? Yes, yes. I think very deeply. Exactly. Yeah. So
that's when we went from like the 80s to the 90s. 2000, it started. It was money being thrown around everywhere. You had people popping up. You got like flow riders.
They on the door, and then like how Method Man said, or Prodigy, and them said they didn't get none of that like advance money like how these rappers get nowadays. You know what I mean? They handing out some serious money. So who they handing the money out to? And I ain't trying to offend nobody. I was at the Coachella over on last weekend. So shout out to all the performers that's there. So if you having some content, all my young rappers out there, there's a way you can make a buck when you don't have to emulate what you see, what's mainstream right now. Because trust and believe, what's mainstream right now is going to be falling off in a little bit. Oh yes, you're gonna have to
go back.
It's time
for the real to come back.
It's gonna have to go back. Like how Jay-Z said. He said he only did a couple mil. He ain't rhymed like Common Sense. Mm-hmm. Remember that? Mm-hmm. But now look at him back now.
Right.
He's back. You know what I mean? Go talking that God body stuff. Right.
It says somebody now.
So yeah.
Now I got to put another name on that list.
That rap, man. I love music, man. Mm-hmm. Music. That's the soundtrack to my life. That's the beat to the street.
So like I said, this whole idea is to kind of let everybody know. We're about to go into that list in a little bit. Thank you for bringing up Common. I got to put Common on that list too. And if anybody, I'm looking at
Talib Kweli.
It's a bunch, but you only can choose three.
But then, if you're going to go mustache, you got to say Black Star.
No, you don't.
You can have all three and get away with it.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Dang, I got another one I need to put on the list.
No, see?
Anyways, we talking about some real music today on the Hour of Power. And no disrespect to the ones that's out there getting money, but I need y'all and all these young rappers, before we get into a list and get into what we came here for, I need y'all to understand this. It's cool if you want to make music and you want to promote your brand and thing, but be authentic. Be new. Be you. Don't wanna be. If you grew up and you hear everybody talking about clickety clack, shooty shot, shut up. What's gonna make you stand out differently than everybody else? And
the streets is gonna forget about you in 2 weeks.
Exactly. Be phenomenal or be forgotten.
Right.
You can't be phenomenal when you rapping like everybody else is rapping. Mm-hmm. And if you see what it's doing to the community, you see that the young kids now that they seeing this, all they want to do is throw their middle fingers up, and they want to emulate a gangster lifestyle. They want to trap. They want to hold guns. They want to smoke weed all the day.
I said this, so they incriminate themselves. The game used to be, the game was supposed to be not told. Right. You know what I mean? It was sold not to be told. But now these kids is posting every single thing that they do
and getting caught up.
Right.
We don't want to see y'all in that military complex, 'cause that's big money right there. And that's the military. I mean, excuse me, not the military. The prison, whoever sets up the prison and the music industry, they in bed together. If y'all ain't realized that yet.
They pillow talk.
That's big money that's sent up there to house inmates and food and clothes. They just plan on making it bigger and bigger. They don't want to fix the situation. They don't want to have people walking around free. They want you in jail. So they're in bed with the music industry. So they would love to fill your head with so much violence and over-sexualization, disrespecting of the woman. Man,
a dead rapper is worth more dead than what they is alive.
That's deep.
You know, like them A&Rs and stuff. Like they promote beefs, and they said like one time, I think they said, I don't know if it was Ghostface or somebody said they go to the meetings, names in the hat, pull a name out the hat. That's who you beefing with. Ghostface said something like commercial like that, like, you know what I mean? I believe that to the fullest.
I fell for it too. I remember when there was a beef with Jadakiss and Beanie. I was all in. Nas and throwing shots at Jay. I ate it up like everybody else, you know. Right. But you got to understand that beef, they're working together.
But that was different.
Right.
This beef nowadays, though, It's a little, yeah, man. It's a little too much. Like they need to stop the violence.
So go ahead and call in a comment. KRS-One. Let me get. Man, I made it hard for myself. I didn't mention comment. I might need your help with this one. Matter of fact, I'll hold it. Dang. So let me fill out. Let me put on some. Let me put something for the others. What other I'm gonna have? Should I put comment or what's his name? Tuel Khalid.
Talib Kweli. Comment. Talib Kweli. A lot of people ain't up on that, even though that's still one of the hardest albums to come out.
I'm gonna leave that open if somebody wants to call in. But I'm gonna go ahead and put comment right here. He's been doing it for a while. And he got the mind, yo. He'll freestyle. He be on that Jimmy Fallon show.
You look like Common.
Hey, I take that as a compliment. And I left another God out there too. Man, I'm gonna make this hard for myself. It's from the Roots.
Oh, Black Thought.
Black Thought.
Oh man, the Roots in general, they different, man. I love the Roots.
Black Thought. So if you young and you listening, you be like, who is he talking about?
Just going, what's the name? Jimmy Fallon.
Mm-hmm.
Them guys that you hear on Jimmy Fallon, that's the Roots. Black Thought's the beard and stuff.
Right. So what we got now? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That's a good
and
number.
if somebody wants to come in, we'll call in with the other, we'll put it up on there. So
846.
Yeah, 717-846-5067. But we go ahead and start cutting this down. If you at home, you might get offended. That's fine. Just get offended.
Oh my, you forgot the 18th letter.
Oh, Rakim Allah.
Oh, you gotta.
We can't have
that's what I said. Right. See how you can't go 3, you gotta go 7. You gotta have your top 7.
Dude. Alright, right now, what we gonna do, Peace, we're gonna eliminate 4 of these right now. 4 of them gotta go. We're gonna go from 9 to 5.
Too early for K Dot.
Too early for K?
That butterfly jump was kind of hard, but it's too early. He there though. He is there.
Alright, well you say that one, so I gotta put myself on the list.
It's hard.
I'm gonna go ahead and take off. I'm gonna take off 3. I gotta take off 3.
3 stacks.
I gotta take off 3. I made this hard to live. All right, you go.
All right.
You go.
All right. I forget his name. I forget his name now. I forget what his name is now, but Most Def.
Yasin Bey?
Yeah, I was gonna say I know he changed his name.
Yeah.
Most Def. Nah, I'm gonna have to take Common. I have to take Common
coming off.
Most Def, man.
If this hurts your feelings at home, go ahead and call in and say something. If you want, I'll put it back on the list if I get some feedback.
Remember, Most Def was one of the best. He was the best rapper to come out of Brooklyn.
I love Most Def. I love freestylers too.
Yes.
Alright, so dang! I'm looking at KRS-One. Ooh. I'm gonna have to do it. Only because I'm not too familiar with the guy.
See, Carrot, that's South Bronx. South Bronx. You know what I'm telling you? You dig into the crates. Like Cousin Billy would say, dig into the crates.
So matter of fact, we might even continue this to go into a whole nother show.
Yes.
We narrowed it down. We did something today. We did some work today.
There's 5 left.
We got 5. What we got? We got Tupac. We taking votes. Go ahead and vote. This is the election. The choices, the power is in the palm of your hand. You got Tupac.
Ooh, you got J. Cole.
Let me go into that a little bit. Tupac. People sleep on the idea. Everybody want to say like, hit him up and all this gangster type stuff.
No.
Brenda Got a Baby. You know how you know the story behind Brenda Got a Baby?
Yeah, when he was on the set of Juice.
Right. Omar Epps said that.
On Math. What's his name? Math Hoffa or something. What's the brother? Cause that's what Omar Epps said it on this.
On that barbershop. Yeah. I don't know who it was.
Yeah.
But yeah, if all that don't know, Tupac was he was filming the movie of Juice, and he heard about in New York it was really kind of wild, like people having abortions and leaving babies like in the streets and leaving them behind dumpsters or whatever. He was so affected by that. He bust out. He went into while he's filming the movie. Bust that whole bar out that whole song. Brenda Got a Baby like that. So and then even the questions like the songs as far as the black woman.
Check out the
Keep
song
your head
Path
up.
to Power. Panther Power. I go say Pac is my favorite rapper, so I could go.
I slept on him.
Dig heavy into the creeks.
I fell into that bull crap back in the day when they started that East Coast, West Coast stuff.
See, I said I was a West Coast guy. You know what I mean? But I had Nas, you know what I mean, Wu-Tang, you know what I mean? So they kept me East Coast, but I was always a West Coast. I'm an Ice Cube guy, like, you know, NWA, like, hard body.
I say this. I say shout out to George Jennings. Anybody that know me.
Oh, Curious Georgie.
That was my road dog.
Yeah.
Since day one, road dog.
What?
He got me interested in the West Coast rap. If it wasn't for him, I would have had that closed mentality. He's Lady of Rage and Corrupt.
What? Corrupt. Oh.
Corrupt.
He's a lyrical. What's the Four Horsemen called? Corrupt. Ras Kass. No. Corrupt. Ras Kass. Killer Priest. And Cannabis. That's the group. They're the group. Check out their recent album too.
Cannabis. That's 100,000 degrees Celsius make MCs melt. Forgive a record label while I appear courtesy of myself. Let me explain to through the thresholds of pain. To walk across the sun barefoot looking for shade. I rearrange rib cage out like a 12 gauge. I close frame to change the position of your brain.
Yeah.
Cannabis. Bust. Man, he was a god. I don't know what happened to him. But so we got Tupac. Everybody know. If you don't know Tupac, go ahead and Google. J. Cole.
He's like Nas. He's like a J. Cole is like, that's my man. So J. Cole is like a newer Nas.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, so it's kind of, you see how when they
clone,
think,
like a new clone.
Yes.
Black Thought.
Black Thought is just
anybody that get your education though. We're gonna keep this. We're gonna keep it to 5. We're not cutting down. We're gonna let y'all who's listening right now, y'all gonna be the ones to cut this down.
Do your homework.
Yo, you got giving everybody homework right now. Go to who's it? It's Flex in the morning. Is it Flex or Sway? The one with the Drake.
You got Sway.
Go to Sway. Sway Black Thought freestyle. He flowed for like. He flowed for like 7 minutes straight, just straight bars. So that's Black Thought. Nas, Illmatic. That's what's your favorite Nas joint? I got this.
Favorite Nas joint? That's a lot. I like when he does rewind, when he flows backwards.
Oh yeah, that was deep.
See, people don't understand that. That was like one of the first songs that I ever heard that, and then how he put it too. You know what I mean?
I like the one where he did he made himself to be a gun. What is it called?
Power. Yeah.
That's a great one there too.
Oh man, that whole it was freaking.
Say what?
Freeway.
I don't know about. No disrespect to Philly.
Conscious.
Wait, Freeway, was he Philly? That's a
Philly. Let me give a shout out to Freeway though, cause
he came through.
Listen though, this is another little story though. There's a little tragic, you know what I mean, little tragedy in Coatesville. My cousin, you know what I mean, house caught on fire and stuff, and they couldn't pay for like, you know what I mean, the funeral and stuff like that. It was crazy. Like almost, I think my cousin, he lost like kids. It was kids, you know what I mean, that died in the fire. And Freeway paid for the funeral and did a little free concert down at the little park and stuff. You know what I mean, for up in Coatesville. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean. So much love to Freeway, man. Freeway. I know he probably remember that story, but yeah, he came through. He looked out.
So we got Nas, and we also got who's the last person on there? I can't see. Was it Mos Def?
Mos Def, Nas, Black Thought, J. Cole, and Tupac.
The reason I say for Mos Def, he gets that vote. He's on my Pandora for one.
I got Prodigy too, man. Prodigy's a heavy hitter too. See,
Prodigy.
Yeah, you gotta think that Hell on Earth is still one of the best CDs that come out in that murder music. You know.
What was the song? I swear that everybody was coming out to their prom. Was the one with the little kid? That's still that might be my intro to the song to the TV show for real. It's just that simple hard beat. I love a beat.
Saying that like when you was talking about like the beats and stuff.
The Dark Storm?
Quiet Storm.
Quiet Storm. Yeah.
Put my life in between the paper lines. So he
said, I said not Tupac. My sister on there, she said not Tupac. Ain't nothing wrong with Tupac.
A lot of people ain't like.
he ain't been around me. He died so young.
I think he was only 25. Him and Biggie were still kids. Yeah, think about it. They was 25 years old. They was still babies.
Pac and Biggie was still alive right now. The game wouldn't be.
I don't
like
think
that.
it would be like that. And plus, a lot of people don't know that when Pac was coming back from the fight, if that wouldn't have happened to him, he was gonna do that album with Nas, and him and Biggie was squashing that beef. So then him and Biggie was gonna do something too. A lot of people don't even know that.
They didn't want. There's people that was making money off of that division.
Yeah, exactly.
Divide and conquer.
And Pac busted up with Big. You know what I mean? Said that he knew that he really had nothing to do with that. You know, he like Big told him he warned him. You know what I mean? Who he was dealing with. They wasn't the guys to deal with.
I see the Tupac and Biggie. Yeah, most people don't know about that. I just something coming. I think Little C's did a video on YouTube. He was saying Biggie, when he found out that Pac got shot, he
was
cried.
crushed. He was crushed. He cried. He said, "You know what?
And that's not what we were thinking. We falling for that whole East Coast.
Because he stuck to his gun because he knew what it was. Big knew what it was. So Big knew that he ain't had no parts of that. And he stuck to his gun. You know what I mean? He stuck to the truth, to his truth. Let me say that instead of saying to his gun. He stuck to the truth. And that Who Shot You, a lot of people don't know that Who Shot You, that was supposed to be on Mary J's album. The intro. Remember, it got Keith Murray. It was Biggie, Keith Murray, and LL.
Def Squad.
You know what I mean? So that's how it was. And then they took their bars off, and then that's why you hear Keith Murray on that My Life, Mary J. That was supposed to be the intro.
But yeah, so we got it. We kind of broke it down a little bit. Let me show the little screen up again one more time for the one time before we get up out of here.
That's the football side right there.
Yeah, my football picks, like I said, my football picks is looking good, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Had 10 wins week 1.
My Cowboys is looking. Our defense, let me say that, is looking next.
So I'm gonna hold this up for the last time. You tell me if it can be seen. I can't even see it.
All right, you got number. You got
top 5.
We got top 5: Tupac, J. Cole's Black Thought, Nas, and Most Def.
And if anybody, what's the ones we exited off? Which one?
We crossed off Common Sense. We K. Dot, Kendrick Lamar,
Ooh.
KRS-One, Andre 3000.
If anybody disagrees with any of that, send me a message, send me an email at ptahshakur@gmail.com. If you thinking we got it wrong, we the hip hop heads. We gonna get back into it. We're gonna do a survey poll and let everybody know what the results of it coming out.
Remember when you was talking about the sounds, the music? You gotta check out the. I think it's on Netflix or something. It's a documentary on the sounds of the video games.
Okay.
So remember how now they got the beat machines and all that stuff now?
Right.
You gotta watch that, how our oh man, what's a good game I could sit there? It's like something with the marble. With the thing.
Marvel, like Marvel Comics?
Not the Marvel comic, like a marble. It's like marble something. Brother Sharif, you know what I'm talking about?
When you shoot the ball and then kick the ball and
it
bust it apart. Like almost like some Tetris type stuff.
You gotta listen, and then when they sit there talking about the beats and stuff.
What's it called? I'm looking up right now.
What's it
I got my laptop.
It was on Atari. I think it was Atari. It didn't come out on Coleco. It was Atari 1600. When it comes to me, I remember it.
Gotcha.
Well, yeah, you gotta listen, and then how they break down how they had to sit there and wait to certain points and stuff like on Sonic we hear that and they hear all that stuff is like you should see how detailed that stuff is. Like it blew my mind. I said
making the beats.
Yes, to the music and how they had to incorporate the sounds of like Donkey Kong and all that stuff. That's the games I was thinking about. Donkey Kong. Absolutely. Little Mario played and everything on the Nintendo, didn't he?
So like I said, it's the hour of power, and we want to. Yes. This is a community show, so we want to keep the comments. Some themes is going to be concurrent. Like every month, we're going to keep going back into it. So we know we got some talent out in the city. We know we got some spitters. We know we got some beat makers. Shout out to 112 Studio here on Duke Street. I know they have a wonderful program, a curriculum, and teach you how to do music engineering. I think they're doing something at the Salvation Army. They have somebody coming in there, they're doing music. And if I'm ignorant of something, if y'all know something, that anybody that's out there doing something for the community in the form of
my nephew,
music,
Yellow Genetics.
Yellow Genetics, Uncle
Down
Rob.
in Virginia. He down in Virginia repping. And Chris Black. Can't forget about the local talent though too.
Shout out to Bodega Raw for putting on the Coachella every year and doing the thing and giving opportunities. I go to that too every year. See some young bulls from like Baltimore. It's a beautiful thing when you see them on the stage and they rocking their thing and they got their crew. They live for this. They had dreams for this ever since they was little kids. So let's do what we can to give them their light. So if you know anybody that's a musician, whether it be rap or whether it be any type of forms of musician, I'm still trying to get the bro in with the violin. He's going to do the hip hop violin. I'm asking him to do some free some beats. And we're gonna be doing some rapping on the show. So. Youth
Billy
Summit.
Bars in here. What do you call his son? Billy Bars.
Billy Bars.
Love you, cuz.
So, like I said, this is a little housekeeping. If anybody knows anybody music that when you want to promote, you got your little. Matter of fact, Jay Nat he can hit me off.
Yeah.
He hit me off with a little CD that
he just came out with it just not that long ago. Yeah, he just came out with it. Yeah.
I should have hit him up to play some of his music on the We're gonna do that next time. I'm gonna play J Nat, I got you. We're gonna put your music out there. High quality stuff. I got it. I'm a critic, y'all. I'm a critic for real.
Oh man, we know what we should play some of this stuff and if we don't like it. You know what I mean, do something. If we like it, give it, you know what I mean, ding ding ding, like, you know what I mean, some kind of sound effect. Yeah. We might have to fart on them bars though. If they trash, you know what I mean?
Send your bars in. Ptah Shakur 1111 at Gmail. Get in contact with myself, Pisu Eloheem or Sharif. We're gonna pull all this together. I would say if we get about 10 or so, get a 10 musical artists, send us your best stuff. I promise you, we'll play it. We'll play it as the intro.
Sure. Oh, for sure.
We'll play it as the intro every week for a month. And give you a shout out and put your name on it. You can come on the show, do an interview. We want to help you. This what this program is to make opportunities available for that on the music tip. Also on the youth tip, like I said before, if you have a youth that needs to be recognized. I do want to make sure I mention this before everything kind of clicks off of here. Is that what is that? Don't pay attention. That ain't me. Anyway, coming up this Saturday is the York Cannabis Health Festival. Oh, I gotta put my glasses on here. I gotta put my spectacles on. Bridget Barnes is hosting the York Cannabis Health Festival. They're at the Kiwanis Lake. It's free to attend. September 23rd from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. They're accepting vendors. If you want to get a vendor, just respond. I'm going to share this on my Ptah Shakur page. And I'm gonna
do y'all let them know they need a medical card or stuff like that?
Let me read. I'm going to read. I'm learning as well. So like I said, September 23rd, York Cannabis Health Expo, Health Festival, city approved, free to attend, Kiwanis Lake. They're going to have a kids zone from 12 to 4, bounce house, face painting, free waters, food and vendors, guest speakers. Believe us, Sharif Hamed is going to be, he's going to bless us there as one of the speakers. Live music, raffles. And so basically we're going to learn a little bit about medical marijuana, get the ins and outs of what's going to take place. So like I said, it's a free event. If you don't got nothing to do on that, I think that's a Saturday.
Yeah,
that's Saturday from 11 to 8. Come to have a wonderful conversation, get the like-minded individuals, and get some really, really good information and knowledge. So
support the community. Come out and learn something.
I'll be out there. I'm gonna have my big bro Sharif gonna be out there. I might, whenever I see a mic, I gotta walk up to the mic. He might see me on the mic. I don't know too much about marijuana and all that stuff, but I can go ahead and drop some knowledge about something else. So that's what's taking place. Also on Monday, we got about like 5 minutes to go on here. Is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. That's on Monday from 8 to 9. That's pretty much what I'll be kind of going into at that particular time. I don't know if you ever heard of this it was an ebook called The Interview with the Devil or The Conversation with the Devil. Sound crazy, don't it?
Yeah, that's something interesting to read.
There's a bro that made that book, Think and Grow Rich. He wrote that particular book, so I'm kind of going into that. I'm doing my homework, y'all. I'm gonna make sure that this real high level conversation. Like I said, everything coming from this program is high level. We're not gonna be talking about nobody negatively. We're not gonna be doing no division. It's all uniting together in peace, love, and light. So if you enjoy that, this is the show to you to be a part of. If you want to better yourself, this is a show to be a part of. If you want to open your mind to the new knowledge that's going on, and we're gonna go into some government conspiracies and all that. I don't got my X-File music on right now. So when you want to go in with that? You want to go in a little bit next week?
Hey, we can do that. Set it up. You know what I mean? Set up our next episode.
So next episode, we're gonna go into some real pertinent information that if you care about this country, if you care about the way the trajectory where it's headed, and you don't like these different restrictions and all these different games that's being played, the best thing that I seen was this Facebook post. What it did, it had like 4 or 5 people bent over like this, and they had like a board game on their back, and then you got the elites over there with cigarettes and cigars over there laughing it up. They playing games on our back, y'all.
Oh.
And as long as we stay quiet, our silence, what's the word? By not saying something, you give permission for it to happen. So it's time for us all to raise up and stand up. And so just stay tuned. If you want to hear some real knowledge, make sure you stay tuned on next Wednesday for the Hour of Power.
Get your popcorn ready.
Get your popcorn
ready.
I'll give you a little hint. I'll give you a little teaser. For one, I said October 4th. Make sure you pay attention. The FCC and the FEMA is doing a nationwide mobile telecommunications check at 2 p.m. on Wednesday, October 4th. I'm just saying this. Whenever there's certain testing things that are put out there, they'll share about a test maybe 8-9 months before it happens. Then you won't hear nothing to it till when it happens. Then it ain't a test. It's some real live stuff. And so we talk about false flag stuff going on here. Yeah, I said it. We speak about conspiracy theories. Yeah, I said it. We're going to talk about September 11th. Yeah, I said it. We're going to talk about what's going on in Maui. Yeah, I said it. Mm-hmm. This is freedom time. It ain't no time to keep this throat chakra down. Now we livening it up. As the individuals is trying these little games and stuff, it takes courageous individuals to stand up. And I'm not alone.
No, you're not.
I don't know who's all catching this right now. I know you're going to catch it on the replay. Mm-hmm. And I know you're going to catch it when it get on Facebook. So you might not catch it right now. It's in the middle of the day. But trust and believe, when these sounds hit your ear, you're going to have to make a choice. Either you're going to keep going with the flow and go into a life that you're not really in harmony with, or you're going to stand up like a man. Like Pop was saying.
10 toes down. 10
toes down, for sure. But we're going to hurry up. How long we got, bro?
Got like a minute to close off on the we are on the White Rose channel.
Yeah, I don't have to dip in a little bit.
Yeah, we are on the White Rose channel, by the way, y'all.
Oh, I got a little bit more information about the York cannabis thing. So yeah, what is that? Bouncy house, snow cones, water, hot dogs, games, guest speakers. Sharif is gonna be a guest speaker. The poet lioness. Oh, gonna be some poetry there. Anita Bonita. I read that right? Anita Bonita.
Sound like that Tribe Called Quest song.
Bonita Applebone.
Yeah.
So we got DJ Vanessa, hosted by Jolly Velez. I know Jolie. Yeah, she's good people. Chuck Raw, Mother Hemp, Pan. She's a deep poet. Yeah, she's a deep poet on there too.
It's right around the corner. I'm definitely might slide through that.
Do you believe it's Egypt in America?
Do we believe that?
Is there Egypt in America?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That is, you know what? The only pyramids that I saw though, was down there at Eatonton, Georgia. That was at Dr. Malachi York.
Yeah, I heard about that.
They knocked it down.
But I ran into some information, like, cause I found that there's a Memphis. I was driving through. I was going to the Grand Canyon, and I wanted to stop by Memphis, Tennessee, cause there's a city in Kemet named Memphis too.
Don't the the Grizzlies where they play at, ain't there something ain't there thing like a pyramid or something? I know. That's something, and then I know somebody. This a light shoots up, a light shoots up in the sky, like.
I know that's in Vegas though. Vegas got that place where it's like a pyramid and it got the light going up in the sky. But I'm not sure about Memphis. But as far as let me answer the question succinctly. Thank you for asking the question.
Right,
Egypt,
right.
I would say this, and anybody, if you get an opportunity, go past the Grand Canyon and check it out. Because what you do, and this is some deep level stuff. We're going high level again. That the Smithsonian Institute, they found out in 1920 that in the Grand Canyon, meaning if you would get in a boat and go like in the water, not looking down, but when you're down looking up, there's a gentleman, I got a whole thing. Go to Ptah Shakur on YouTube. I did a whole video on this. And what he did, he found this explorer in the 1920s or whatever. He found along the rock face, it was some steps going up to a hole in the dome. I got pictures on my phone. I'll go into it for real. Whoever is interested, I'll send this information to you. So it's a cavern. They went into this cave inside of the Grand Canyon. And inside of that cave, you see a lot of ancient hieroglyphics all over the walls
and stuff.
You see these Egyptian statues all lined up in there. And in the very, very back. Now, I heard these stories. Dang, the dude's explorer name just came to my mind. Anyways, I heard these stories, but there's actually physical pictures. I can show you physical pictures. If you go to my YouTube channel, I think I have it on there. And so you see in the best thing I've ever seen in the back of this cavern in the Grand Canyon was it was like a Buddhist monk. It was a mix between Egypt and Buddhist. Like I said, I'm talking about hieroglyphics on the wall. I'm talking Egyptian statue on the wall. And it was a figure that's in there, and I can send you the picture. He's sitting in their back like that. So, like, what were... And also, some of the rock faces. You can go to the Grand Canyon, and there's, like, little maps that shows you what you're looking at. Oh, boom, you're looking at this. So, you see that there's a temple of Shiva. You see there's a temple of Isis. You see there's a temple of Osiris. And rumor has it, all of those little rock... Because that place is old, yo. Grand Canyon is old.
It just... I don't know how to believe, but, you know, they said that the ETs was they were going to war and stuff, the Anunnakis and stuff like that. And was going to war and fighting over to see who was going to be able to take over the human race or whatever.
Pretty much.
And they said that the Grand Canyon, they said like that was like all like the valleys and all that stuff. They said that was like all aftermath of the war and stuff. They had people saying that the Grand Canyon was like by giants. You know what I mean? So I remember that at school. You know what I mean? But then they also set up, but that's what the war with the ETs. You know what I mean? To see who would take over the human race. They said that's how the Grand Canyon was supposed to have.
I mean, I don't put it.
Gito said you're finding pyramids in South America that outdates pyramids in Africa.
Yes, and Max, you know, I wish Billy was here because Billy actually went to Mexico and went to the pyramids. You know, so he definitely speaks about that all the time.
Yeah, so I'll get to what Gito said. Shout out Gito for putting that on there. But yeah, true indeed. They have these LiDAR technologies now where they can just fly a drone over and they can send these pings and send this ground penetration radar and go underneath all that overgrowth. They find the pyramids like a month. They find the pyramids underneath the water, y'all.
I'll just get ready to say that, good brother Gray. So they found the pyramids in the ocean.
Pay attention. This is freedom time, for real.
Yes.
Even over there by Cuba, over off the coast of Cuba. You can go down in there. They got a whole structures that's down there. So this planet is older than what we were taught. It's time to rewrite those books, y'all. The school system is failing. The money system is failing. The political system is failing. It's supposed to. This is the time of death. This is the time of the Christ consciousness. This is the time of the switching around.
And also homeschooling, man. It's like basically if you want to know the truth, it's like you got to homeschool.
Seeking ye shall find.
Yes, do your research.
But just kind of like going back to what we were saying about the Grand Canyon, people got to understand that where the land masses are right now, they wasn't always like that. They constantly move and groove. So I was told, back in the day that the Grand Canyon, the why it split like that it was an explosion. So it might be.
That's what they say now.
So you just
put the ETs and put the ones and twos together.
You got to put fact plus fact plus fact.
Yeah,
you got to add fact, and if people don't understand what PC Eloheem just shared, there is which I actually agree with, that the beginning of human evolution started in what was called the Anunnaki. People ask me why I got my beard long.
Yes.
I wear my beard long because it actually is kind of like a reference to the believe it or not, it's put in all the scriptures and all the books. It was said that the sons of God and the daughters of man made it. There's been so much information. Like I said, this is stuff. This is the disclaimer is all about. It may sound blasphemous. This is new knowledge. Unfortunately, it's new, but it's new to your ears. But it's old. It's just what was kept away from us. So basically, humanity.
I think the Anunnaki, they said they came from the red planet.
They did. Came from Mars. Came here. Had us to be a slave race, so to speak. If anybody don't understand anything, check out Billy Carson on YouTube. He goes really in depth with it. Or just Google Anunnaki. You'll find that in ancient Sumerian texts in Babylon, you can actually see that they were taller beings, and they're basically, are designers. So people ask me all the time. I was in a conversation.
I like how you said that, designers.
Yeah, there are designers.
Yes,
I ran into a conversation with somebody yesterday, and they was talking about did we evolve from apes? We evolved from apes, and we didn't evolve from no apes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. See, the thing is, you got a group of people that believe in Darwinism, that we just naturally evolved from a different type of.
Oh yeah, what they say we came
from monkeys. Yeah. Then you got people that talk about intelligent design. I'm saying something different, y'all. I'm saying it's both. I'm saying that humanity at one point in time, we were a version of humans.
We walked with the dinosaurs too. A lot of people don't realize that. Remember that. Like man walked with dinosaurs.
Man walked with dinosaurs, y'all. Facts. Here's the proof. Like I said, I didn't come on this particular program just to spout off a bunch of foolishness. This is what could be checked. Google Göbekli Tepe. Gobelki. And Tepe is Tepe. What it is a ruin that they found in Turkey, in the ground, and as they begin to dig more deep, it's spiraling and goes in the ground. And no lie, and this is one reason I got my laptop. I'm gonna bring some visual aids. It's better. The picture is worth 1,000 words. Yeah. I'll trust and believe. I will be bringing some pictures to prove what it is I'm saying. But in the Göbekli Tepe is these ruins and these large T-shaped stone pillars. Just imagine kind of like Stonehenge. Mm-hmm. On the pillar, and I'll show you if you want. There is actually a depiction of a dinosaur etched into the wall of Göbekli Tepe. I didn't say dinosaur bones. It wasn't a dinosaur skeleton. It was dinosaur with the fat on it, with the meat on it, with the eyelashes and the hair. Like, you can only sculpt something like that if you see it. Come on, man.
That's why some of this art, some of these pictures that from back then, I'm like, you had to have a vision. You know what I mean, to paint it. Mm-hmm. So people like, how you do, with all them demonic stuff like that, they had to exist or something because
that's what they saw.
Pictures of airplanes.
Pictures of airplanes and the Temple of Seti. And in fact, I was on your program last year when I had a big large. I still got it in my car. You can see on the Temple of Seti, it shows what looked like a helicopter. It looked like a straight helicopter. One looked like a UFO. Yeah, man. This planet is way older than what we are being taught. Uh-huh. And even the knowledge, like I've started the program to saying, we are living in that Christ consciousness period of time. We're living in that age of that cosmic energy. The reason why you don't hear about it in the news and you don't hear about it in schools because the man who wrote these books wasn't around the last time this went down. So this information that predates, you gotta go back to the Dogon tribe in Africa. They'll tell you all day. You go back to the Native Americans, they knew. Oh yeah, this is what takes place. This is that shift time.
I was just talking about the Native Americans. What's the one show that they got 1883 1923. It's all Yellowstone. Basically, that show Yellowstone with Kevin Costner. You watch it though, and it's basically showing you how they came and took, took the land from the Native Americans, and it showed how they, they danced to make, the rains and talk to the gods and stuff like that, and how they stripped them from that, how they brainwashed them, how they watered down everything as it is to people today.
Yeah, that's a travesty right there as well. What they did to the Native Americans, and the fact that all the alcoholism rate and the suicide rate that's going on today. The effects of this man's thinking, we gotta switch that thinking around. You see what it produces? It produces nothing but war and bloodshed and hell on earth.
They gotta break that sleeper hold, man.
Right. Wake up, y'all. Get that fluoride out your mouth. Get them McDonald's burgers out your belly. Get out those Wendy's.
All the square big burgers.
Was it 10 cents a burger or something?
Yeah, something that was
Man, don't fall for it. What Ghostface say?
Oh man.
50 dead meat placed on the shelf. What is it? 50-cent sodas in the hood, they go crazy. Dead meat placed on the shelves. We eat cold cuts. Fast from the hog, y'all, and grow up.
Grow up.
So let's fast from the hog. Let's fast from the swine. Not just with the physical swine, just the mental swine. That nasty music that's playing, that's mental swine. Get rid of it. Them dollar burgers, that's physical swine. Get rid of it.
Is it even really processed meat? Is it really even
It ain't even meat. It's processed. Yo, you can go with Bill Gates. I tell you, those individuals like Bill Gates, what they want. Their end game. I said in the very beginning, the end game is close. They want everybody sitting in your house. They want you to have that metaverse on. They don't want you. They want to bring on that COVID thing and kind of shut everything down.
Virtual reality.
Have you virtual reality? You on there for 8-9 hours, not getting no fresh air, not getting the light codes coming from the sun. You gonna get your little pill. They're gonna put all your nutrients in a pill. They deliberately. It's called the global reset, y'all. Why is the government buying up all this farmland, but yet there ain't no food? There's a food crisis. They shutting stuff down. There's too many people on this planet.
A lot of the cattle and stuff comes from overseas and stuff, like the cattle and the
How does that make any sense?
That don't make no sense.
How your food? You only need what? Food, clothing, and shelter. That's the 3 tenets of life. But you going for somebody else for your food, going somebody else for your clothing, and going for somebody else for your shelter.
Get your cattle and stuff.
Elijah Muhammad was here for a reason, y'all. He said, "My people lose their life for a lack of knowledge." And after it was sent to them, so. Hey, pull them books out. Pull out Fall of America. Pull out How to Eat to Live. Pull out all those different books if you got them. If you don't, ask me. I got a copy. I know Sharif got a copy too. We all got it.
If not, we can get them paid. We can make copies.
Make a copy.
You know what I mean?
Charge you a buck.
Each one teach one.
Right. But we got to get up out of here. This is Peace Eloheem. Oh, you piece of... I don't know who I am. We freestyling here, y'all.
I'm Ptah Shakur.
We the same thing. It's my reflection right there.
Word.
So like I said, to my little sign off, everybody. Like I said, it's Hour of Power. This is a show. We vibing. We dropping knowledge, but we smiling, y'all.
Overstand it.
We smiling and we enjoying this ride. I know it's a weird type of experience going on. Don't fall for the fear bait. Understand that you're more powerful. What you got inside your chest is able to overcome anything.
Don't fall for the okie doke.
Please don't. So I asked you before we sign out, find your heaven on earth wherever it is. You might be in your house and you around crazy people all day. Step away. Go for a walk. We're gonna be doing some locations in the woods in a little bit.
Word.
We're gonna take a bunch of people out the hood. We're gonna take some nature walks. So
step outside the box. Be weird.
Yeah, be weird. Be you. So like I said, find your heaven on earth, and I promise you, you're gonna activate the God within. And when you got that God within activated, we're asking you, wherever you is, whether it be your house, whether it be your room, whether it be your children, be responsible and create your version of heaven on earth. And if we all do that, we could turn this thing around overnight. This is Ptah Shakur. This is the Hour of Power show, most powerful hour on TV. Love and light to you all.
Peace.
Mind, power, square.
Peace to the planet.
Yes, sir. Man, I feel bad taking comment off my list.